Hello everyone, welcome to ST Model Cars. In my previous video, I reviewed the newer Mercedes G500 as well as the Mercedes G63. So in this video, I want to show you this older version of the Mercedes G500. This is the older W463 generation. So this is made in the late 90s. Early 2000s, right? And this one is made by AutoArt. So as you can tell, this is a very old AutoArt, but I use the word old in the positive way, meaning that I really believe AutoArt really was on top of their game when they released stuff like this. Again, I bought this actually when I was in college, I think, around 2001, right? So this model car is, over 20 years old. I bought this before I was married even, right? Before I had my first full-time job. So I had this car this model car, I had it when I was in college. And, as far as the details and the refinement, it will, it's by no means inferior to the newer releases. I can't really remember how much I paid for this, but at the time, especially as a college student, this was quite a bit of money. But I'm holding on to this. I don't want to sell it yet or anything like that, just because I think this is really good. So let's take a closer look at this G500. If you look at the headlight here, right? It has the glass lens here with the diffuser lines here, right? And then also you have the horizontal chrome stripes here on the center grille, and you have the Mercedes logo as well, and you have the two fog lights here on the bottom. Still with the signature look of the G-Class, right? You have the turn signal here on top of the fenders. And let's open the hood, see what's underneath. Okay, so here it is. So the hood on this G500 can open all the way, so you can rest it against the windshield. And here's the engine, right? It's the 5-liter V8. Really nicely done. And out of the three Mercedes G-Class model cars that I reviewed, the 1/18 scale, this probably has the best engine details. As you can see, it's true. It's not half engine, so you can see light through here, right? So the whole engine is actually molded. Again, nicely valve cover here, right? You got the radiator, the fan here, brakes, windshield washer, fill, right? Coolant. So everything is really nicely done here by AutoArt. And this was the day when AutoArt was still making their car with diecast. Nowadays they're switching to composite. I have nothing against the composite. I'm just making a statement that this is full diecast. Here's the wiper. Unfortunately, the one on the driver's side doesn't really stay put, so I probably need to glue this, not to scratch the windshield. The car has a sunroof, not a moonroof, right? This is not a glass panel here. Okay. All right, here's the side view of the Mercedes G500. You have the turn signal repeater here on the front, and you have the V8 emblem, right? And behind the wheels, you see the brake rotors and the brake caliper details. Same with the rear. One thing I want to point out is the brand, the tires here. You can see this is the Bridgestone Dweller HTS. So quite nice. And you have the running board here, all right, for the front and rear passengers. And let's take a peek at the chassis. And again, just like the engine bay, among all the three Mercedes G-Class model cars from 1/18 that I reviewed lately, this had the best details on the chassis. You can see the bottom of the engine, transmission, front suspension, right? And you can see the frame rails as well. You see the exhaust and rear suspension and drive shaft. As you know, in a lot of the AutoArt cars, you know, there's a spring there and where my thumb is, but you know, it's not functional, right? So you don't have a functional suspension in this model. Okay, but again, the chassis in this car just really nicely done. Okay, so let's open the interior and let's take a peek inside. Okay, so here's the interior of the older W463 generation, right? This is, you know, prior to the big infotainment screen, right? So the interior has a very similar design to the E-Class and the S-Class on that same period, which is, again, not a bad thing, right? You have the black seat fully carpeted, and then if you look at the headliner, they're all fully finished, of course. Here's the door panel, right? It has the black and wood accent, a little bit of wood accent in the front. And here's the rear door panel and the rear seating area. And underneath the driver's seat there, or behind the driver's seat, you see the fire extinguisher. So let's take a look at the driver side interior. So here it is. I'll give you a closer look at the instrument panel and the 4-spoke steering wheel. And just look at how crisp the instrument panel is, right? They printed it really nicely. You know, steering wheel has the Mercedes logo and the SRS airbag lettering on the bottom. 2 pedals, automatic transmission car. And here's a closer look at the fire extinguisher. So, okay. And let's open the back door of this G500. Hang on a second. See if I can pop the door open. I know this was a little bit hard to open. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I remember this now that I haven't played around with this car for a while. Let me set the camera here. For some reason, the back door is kind of hard to open. So let me see if I can open it using the pry tool here. I just don't want to break anything really. There it is. And there you go. So got it open. Here's the, you know, it's a door panel on the back, right? There's a little handle here, and you know, the cargo area is all carpeted. Unfortunately, for some reason, the wheel cover, this with the Mercedes logo, this has came loose, so this will spin around like this, right? So I probably need to take it apart and put a dab of glue behind it, so it doesn't, you know, it stays put, right? It doesn't, you know, roll around like this. So. Just keep in mind, this model car is over 20 years old. So you got the rear wiper here on top of the rear glass, and you have the heating element here for the rear defogger, right? If you can see where my pointer is. You have the G500 lettering here, and you have the taillight. So here's a closer look at the taillight details, right? On the lower fascia, you have the rear fog light on the left and the reverse light on the right. So. Okay, and here's the view of the driver's side of the G500. So yeah, I know I already said this, but I'll say it again. I think AutoArt was really on top of their game when they make you know, this car and you know, some of the their other releases on the same period. So I'm really happy to have this old AutoArt in my collection, and I still look at it often, kind of play around with it often, just because, you know, it just doesn't look like it's outdated detail-wise and refinement-wise, right? It just stands with the modern diecast. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. Much appreciated if you can review, if you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I hope you enjoy the review of this Mercedes G500 by AutoArt. I will see you in my next video, and thanks for watching.